We've got a great conversation forthcoming here from the director of the Mason County Economic Development Council as we say good morning to Lynn Longan. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. And business recruitment is the topic du jour here today. And let's talk a little bit about this. And when it comes to business recruitment, and you're the director of the EDC, are you kind of essentially like the headhunter for a person that goes and gets people to come to a business? You go out and try to get businesses to come here.
Right.
I mean, essentially, that's
yes.
how
We're
that
trying to get
works.
businesses to come to Mason County. So we're working, building off of the roundtables that we had and the key industries that we've identified. We are building strategies around those industries to try to bring business here. We work with everybody, and we're working all over the county, but one of the key things right now is port property.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the reason is, that's where we have our industrial land base that we can actually recruit to. So one of the things that the port commissioners have identified as one of their priorities this year is the old fairgrounds property and trying to get an aviation park up there. So we've started working with a local architect. We're going to get a site plan in place, and we'll start really targeting aerospace businesses for that area.
When they were in last week, we were talking about this a little bit. They said additionally there could be some CURB funding available for the planning portion of this.
Right.
So that'd probably
and
be
right
helpful.
now we're talking and discussing about whether or not we're going to actually go that way or whether we're just going to jump in and start doing it. And the reason being is there have been some studies that have been done for it in the past.
Okay.
And so we're digging through that information right now and looking at that and thinking we might have enough to actually move forward. So the Department of Commerce has, they have limited resources for business recruitment, but their biggest industry that they recruit for the Department of Commerce is aerospace.
Oh, wow.
They have more staff that's doing aerospace than any other because it's such a huge industry in Washington State.
Huh.
And the suppliers, so the supplier list of aerospace, for Boeing is huge.
Yeah.
So we can really take some of that information and work with the Department of Commerce to really try to tap in. We might be a little bit behind the game because some counties have been doing this for years and getting ready, but it's never too late. And we are close to Seattle area. Mm-hmm. We're close to Boeing. So I think that we're an ideal area. Low income, or not low income, but it's a lower cost to do business in Mason County than it is for King County, Snohomish County, Pierce.
Still available to either get back right on the airplane and ship those widgets somewhere or hop on the rail line.
We'd really like to see the airport being used more in an industrial way. So we're going to really work on that.
Do you have an idea of what, and we kind of talked about it too last week with them, what that would mean? What does aviation-centric means?
Well, I was talking to Wendy this last Friday, actually. I met with her and we were talking about it. And, there's no set term. So they can take this pretty loosely as far as aviation businesses. To say that we want an aviation business park, I mean, that's what we want. We want Boeing suppliers or somebody that's related in that field. But I even talked to her. I said, well, what about like a FedEx or, that uses the airport?
They got planes.
She said, absolutely. So we're really, we want to be strategic and targeted, but at the same time, we don't want to exclude because of that.
Interesting. So a wide swath of things.
So what would fit into that, business park, and what could utilize the airport there? And
Wow. I never even thought about some of those types of things too. I mentioned to him last week maybe even a museum, an aviation museum. I mean, it's got planes in it.
We actually have talked about that too. One of my previous board members, Jay Hupp, was telling me that he went to Jefferson County and the aviation museum there, and what a gem it is. And so I'm excited to go see that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, you've been in the downtown area, it's a month now?
It's been about a month, yes.
And you like it? People are enjoying
Love
the
it.
interactions, the availability for you to be right there and answer any questions?
Yes. it feels good. People come in and see us. It's great. Yeah.
You can also choosemason.com, the website online at choosemason.com for the Mason County EDC. Again, there are also new offices right on Coda Street here, just up the road from the old Radio Ranch in the PUD3 billing office. You can come on in there, pay your bill, and then walk even a little bit further to see the signs and stop by and see Lynn and Karin and Jennifer and everybody there with the EDC. Well, then, I think that's a great way to leave it this morning as we talked with recruitment, and we'll check in with you in a couple of weeks, I'd imagine.
Yes, I'll be in China for the next Mondays.
We'll get Karin and Jennifer in here.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right, thank you.
Have a safe trip.